I consider myself an accidental entrepreneur. I didn't have role models, women in entrepreneurship, in business. That wasn't a thing when I was growing up. Whenever I was thinking about businesses and people that lead businesses, I always imagined a man.
Role models are very important. I also didn't have any role models. I would love to have role models. I was looking at, Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos. Representation is very important in very different aspects, in entrepreneurship, in diversity, in inclusion. If we see the other person outside, that we can feel that we have something in common, then it's like it increases our courage to go out and pursue our dreams as well.
If you think about the hairdresser and the fruit and veggie shop and then the
bakeries.
Yeah, lots of places where you see women are running or the kindergarten, or I can think of
Schools.
Lots of examples.
Yeah.
But maybe less in tech.
My mom is a hustler. That's what I call her, because she's not an entrepreneur. She's not running like a formal traditional businesses. And the fact that she has pushed us so much to participate in things, to build opportunities for ourselves. She moved us from the small village where we were born, where she was born, and she lived her entire life, closer to the capital of Moldova, Chisinau, so we can get a better education. So I think that is a form of entrepreneurship.
There are a huge area of untapped potential for entrepreneurship today, women as founders. And I believe what they can bring is amazing, because women are extremely responsible. They're almost never reckless. They're very calculated, very rigorous, extremely diplomatic, which are amazing traits as the business grows.
I don't think it's a matter of not being active enough or smart enough or brave enough. I think it's about not having network to support you. And I think it takes a very strong committed partner, and it takes a strong mother behind you to help you raise the kids and help with the stuff that you're not going to be present for. So you definitely need a village to raise the kids, but also to have a startup.
I'm lucky enough to have a support system. Either my parents are there for me, are very supportive. My partner is very supportive. My friends are very supportive. So just because you're gonna face, especially as an entrepreneur, you're gonna face so many challenges, and you're gonna ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I struggling? Why, whatever. And just going back to your support system that's steady, and you feel like your feet is back on the ground. Because otherwise, everything like the uncertainty you have to live with, it's really, really hard to grasp.
If you have a good foundation family-wise, and if you are secure that even if you fall, you're not going to lose, your family's love, and you still have support. I think that really making risky decisions in your personal life and in business a lot easier.
I tell my daughters, when I was a little girl, I was a shy girl. I was really, really shy. I would, when teachers get me to examine me, I would blush and be all red. But I was always best in the class, and I knew I'm good. And I said, I don't care whether I'm blushing or not. I'll say exactly what I have to say. In today's world, when I'm operating on a business level, when I walk in a room when I don't know anyone, first I take a gasp, right? I feel, first sense, I feel a little uncomfortable. But the second part, I'll go to that room and I'll introduce myself. I've spoken to different forums, women in tech and women in business, and often women, specifically in tech, they say sometimes we are not heard because we're in a room full of men, and their style is different, and our more delicate approach doesn't get through. Usually what I would say is, number one, be self-confident. You demonstrate that confidence. Don't stay in the corner. Demonstrate the confidence. And sometimes it takes you to really push yourself.
There is a very profound difference between a true self-confidence and a fake or fakely built sense of holding the truth. I was the first. I was the most opinionated of all. There was no topic that I didn't know. What I think is underneath all this arrogance of knowing is our fear of not being noticed, fear of not being valuable or impactful. There's one famous question in this more of a personal development, coaching workshops, and is, if you're not your opinions, who are you? And I blocked. I was like, what do you mean? Is there anything else?
Great question. That's a great question.
If you're not your opinions, who are you? Which means if you're not your convictions, who are you? If you're not your paradigm, who are you? Underneath, you are human. You are a human being that deserves love and security.
Mm-hmm.
So when I understood this difference between my opinions and myself, when I was old, I was like over 40, and a veil lifted from my heart, because I deserve love even if I say I don't know. And I can be a good CEO even if I say I don't know.
And if you're just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.